This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe, anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 288. I'm Jason. And I don't think anyone else is here. Somebody here? I hear somebody chewing. Is that you?
That was my marshmallow moon cookie.
Oh, you weren't here? Blake's here.
No, I got a lot of making up to do.
I know. Making out to do?
Making up.
Ooh, how you doing?
Hey.
Nothing like Oreo breath.
I'm sitting way over here.
Yeah, how you doing?
Doing all right.
Jeff's on his way. But we decided to start without him because it's 8:20 and we usually start at 8:10. So you know what?
Dude,
screw him.
It's 8:20, dude.
Yeah, that's 4:20.
Yeah, but ours is podcasting, man.
Yeah, double it. That'd be 8. Never mind. Anyways,
that'd be 8:40.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Two of us are back.
Blake.
And we're pretty excited to be here because we have not podcasted the regular three of us in a very, very long time.
That's what happens when you have very important people on summer schedules.
Yes. Or for me, I had my youngest son was sick again.
Or people with children.
Yes.
Prone to illness.
He's prone to something. So it was a little rough last Tuesday for me. So,
but he's doing better now.
He is. He went through 2 hours of testing last Tuesday. I left work early to go see him. And it was a rough day. Everything worked out great, but the testing was okay. And then he had to go back the following day for more tests. So everything turned out all right, but it was not a fun day.
That's good.
So, but I did get to watch the World Cup then.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. My oldest son watched it. I had my youngest son on my chest. Mm-hmm. He was kind of going in and out napping after a long day. Yeah. And I was going on 3 hours of sleep, so I was going in and out of sleep as well.
That's pretty cool.
I think at one point I snored. Supposedly my mother-in-law came by and I didn't even know it. So, hey, it's all right.
And you woke up and the Americans were winning.
I did. They did. It was a great World Cup.
Yeah, it was a good World Cup. It was in France. I mean, if you're going to go travel to a country and watch World Cup, France would be a nice destination.
Qatar is probably not the one you want to go to.
No.
Is that next time? In 2 years?
That's the men's.
Yeah, in 2 years, right?
Yes, the men's. I don't think they would let women play in
Or is
Qatar.
that next year? That's 2020, isn't it?
Yeah. Or it's next year.
Yeah, because it's the year after the women's.
Yeah, because they're behind schedule, and it's in the middle of the Premier Leagues, and all the clubs are pissed off. But, you bribe the right people in FIFA with enough money.
There's no bribery in FIFA.
You're going to have a soccer tournament in probably the worst places to have a soccer tournament, and you're playing at night.
Do you think that's worse or Antarctica? Which one do you think would be worse?
Well, you
got to wear a jacket if you're in Antarctica.
There are polar bears in Antarctica, right?
Is there?
And there's the thing.
That is the thing. Yeah, that is true. So you got to be careful.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
If Kurt Russell shows up, run away.
Yeah.
Which should be a good advice for anybody. If Kurt Russell shows up, just run away. Nothing good can come from it.
Exactly. Or it's either that or he's going to impregnate your mom.
Oh, and then kill her.
Yeah. Universe spawn.
I am the planet.
Yeah.
You know, Guardians of the Galaxy was on last night. The first one.
Yeah.
I really love that movie. I watched the last 45 minutes of it, and God,
I was
really
going to say 2 was on like in the past week. That's why I'm making the Kurt Russell.
2 was a little
jokes.
weird. 2 was
Yeah.
a little weird.
It was a little weird. I watched the little bit in bits and pieces, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of weird.
I didn't
at the time, you're like, ooh, Kurt Russell. Now
Yeah.
you watch it again, you're like, that's weird.
Yeah, and I didn't like that they split up the team so much.
Yeah.
That was my other issue. But anyways, back to World Cup.
Yeah, anyways.
Good job, England. Thanks for coming in third. Did they win the consolation prize?
No, Sweden.
Oh, well done.
Sweden, yeah.
Well done, England. You get the ribbon, the participation ribbon.
Ew, I do say, you cheeky. Well, I don't want to call them the
It's
C
on a
words.
muffin. That's
Yes.
what it is. It's on a
Yes.
muffin.
Have your tea and crumpets.
And fourth place. Hey, Jeff's here.
Welcome to episode 288.
You can't
I'm
sabotage
Jeff.
us.
Well, I missed the beginning, so I'm giving my beginning.
Hi, Jeff.
Hello.
3/4 of us are back.
Yay.
Did Jim have to watch the All-Star game tonight?
That wasn't his excuse. I don't know if that was the real reason.
He got too drunk at golf.
He said he was too sore from walking at golf today.
To podcast?
Hence, that's code for I got too drunk at golf.
You sit down at podcast.
Don't you drive carts? Who the fuck walks
he
a golf course
Who?
in this heat?
Why would you? I don't understand why you would want to golf if you're using a golf cart, because the reason is to get out and walk.
No, it's not. It's to drive around in a golf cart and drink beer.
I don't need golf to do that.
He's got a point. My thing is, golf, the purpose is to drive around a golf cart and get more aggravated about yourself as the day goes on.
You can legally drink and drive
No, I don't think you're legal.
I don't think
can.
as long as you don't get caught.
Oh, okay. You can legally do a lot of things as long as you don't get caught.
Yeah,
You could legally commit mass murder as long as you don't get caught.
yeah. It's not illegal until you're caught.
Although I'm not suggesting anyone do that.
No.
I'm not a lawyer. This is not real legal advice.
Anyways, so we're back and it feels good. It feels good. We've last 3 weeks, we have not had the original crew back.
Reunited.
All I know is I've been here
feels so good.
all 3 weeks.
I appreciate you, Jeff.
Oh,
Thanks. You get a new haircut, mohawk?
I just recut the
I like
old
it.
one.
I do like you with the mohawk.
I got a new clippers. It's really nice.
Oh.
It's kind of like curved shape, so it fits your head, and it's rechargeable, and it fits right in the palm of your hand, so it's like ergonomic.
Is
and
it a hedge
everything.
trimmer?
No.
You probably get a good cut there.
Yeah, I would probably cut my finger off like Dr. Bednar.
Well, that's just because he's a moron. Hey, let's put my finger out there.
Gardening shears.
I'm a guitarist. Let's put my fingers there. Anyway,
Stick my finger in that.
we were talking about the World Cup. Women's World Cup.
Okay.
Um,
It happened.
yeah, I liked it a lot. I think my son watched about 23 games, so
Yeah.
that was fun. He's finally in the age now that he's really like it. He said he actually liked it better than the men's. He thought it was more exciting than the men's soccer, and I don't disagree with him.
Well, for the day, I think the more exciting actual soccer was USA-Mexico.
Oh,
Did you watch any of that?
No, I did not.
It was actually very fast-paced, and
Mexico won again.
Mexico, they swarmed over the borders.
Stop it. Down the
Damn you,
hall.
Mexico.
If only we had a wall.
We had our chances to stop them, but they just kept pressing.
They just put a wall in midfield. You can't get by. We are the wall.
Well, just so it's not the Guatemalans, I suppose.
Hey, down the hall.
Yeah, that was Tata's strategy, was to press forward and swarm everybody, and it worked. They really upset the passing of the U.S. I mean, you couldn't find any answer for it in the midfield.
Swarm.
Couldn't connect on the second or third pass. They pressed so much, and well, it was a very good game, high intensity, a lot better than I think the USA, Holland's, Netherlands, Women's World Cup game match.
It's a hell of a save for the World Cup, though.
Yeah, it was.
The goalie.
Yeah.
The save. It was a nice play.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, I did have a couple corrections. I listened to your episode last week. I have a couple corrections.
Everything is true.
Well, actually, there's not really corrections. I was just helping you out with more information.
Oh, okay.
You were talking about Mouse Guard. Jim was.
Yes.
Did you watch it?
No.
Oh, you should. Today in the mail, my own copy of the first issue, the first graphic novel, Mouse Guard came.
Ooh, is
Look
that a
at you.
hardcover?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fall 1152 by David Peterson. I got through about 20 pages before I had to leave. Really enjoy it.
You have to read that?
You do. It is.
No
The arts-
pictures?
Yeah, there's pictures. Shut up. It's beautiful pictures. So,
It's a graphic novella.
yeah, I really liked it.
If you guys
there's
are
no
listening at home
words.
could see this.
There's no words.
I'll be putting it up here.
They're mice. Mice can't speak.
There's
They would
no
just
words.
say squeak, squeak, squeak.
Or eek, eek, eek.
So what I like about it,
Or cheese, cheese.
Jim is right. It's kind of Game of Thrones mixed with Dungeons and Dragons, kind of everything mixed in. Basically, the Mouse Guard, mice are obviously the smallest of all the creatures. So they get
obviously?
it's tough for them
Really?
to. Would you shut up? It's tough for them to transport to and from different cities. So they hide the cities like into little trees and all that stuff. And the Mouse Guard help escort people back and forth. Escort the mice, back and forth.
Little Templar mice.
Yes, it is kind of very
The
Templar.
mice Templar.
That mice Templar.
So in the first book, there's a traitor in it, but then there's a
A
whole
trader isn't someone who trades goods or someone who betrays.
traitor in the Mouse Guard. So it's really cool, though. I mean, from everything that I was reading online and that the mythology and that he builds a pretty big mythology. And I think there's 3 books so far. I think he's coming out with another one. I'm not 100% sure. And then there's also other side books of mice sitting in a bar telling stories, and all of them are fake except for one, or vice versa. One of them is fake and the rest is real. So they're all telling these stories, and that adds on to this mythology of this world. So I liked it. I've liked it so far. I love the Mouse Guard CGI animation. It cost $100 million to make. And
they have nothing to show for it.
well, they do have something to show for it, but Disney won't release it.
Oh, so it's done?
No, it's not done.
Yeah,
but
okay.
but they spent $100 million. They say it's going to cost $100 million to do this.
oh, it's going
It's going
straight
to
to live
cost.
animation?
yes, like Lion King.
It's going to cost, or it already has cost?
I don't know exactly how much it's cost yet, but I kept hearing it was around $100 million so far. So
'Cause I'm like, if you're $100 million in, aren't you pretty much pot committed?
No.
It looks
Not if
beautiful.
you're Disney. It's like a dime.
it looks really well done. I'm hoping Amazon and Netflix pick it up. So we'll see. Netflix did $120 million on the Lowdown, or whatever that was called, that TV series that
I
they
don't know
made,
what that
the
was.
musical one. They spent $100 million on the first season. You can fucking do this on the mice. Make it a series,
Yeah.
fuckers.
Okay, other corrections, or...
I don't remember the rest.
Oh, okay.
Stupid concussions. So, but thanks. There you go. But I was excited though. I got my Mouse Guard book today. So,
Cool.
anything else going on, guys?
You were complaining about my mispronunciations.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I read
Not
Twitter.
so easy. Not so easy to read.
I don't,
the
even I don't even remember mispronouncing anything, but
I don't remember it now. Again, concussions. But it's not so easy to read.
sure it wasn't Jim who mispronounced
I think you
things?
both did actually.
Well, I know he did, because
yeah, and you did too. So I just want to let you know it's not so easy reading the outline
Yeah,
sometimes
the biggest thing is we don't say, oh, it's our speech impediment.
because you don't have one. You don't know how
You
it
don't have
is.
one
It,
either.
it also
I do.
it also helps that things are spelled correctly on this.
Well, that's
outline.
Hackney. That's intern Hackney's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, do I have a
Acme.
copy of the...
Oh yeah, I guess you should have an outline. Here you go.
And where's the outline where it said, "Hey, everybody, pick on Elizabeth Banks"? What are you picking on my girl for?
Because she's not good as a game show host.
So, turn the volume off and just look at her.
But you asked why they were picking on her. It's because she's not good as a game show host. I mean,
She's not. She's.
I don't know. I still have yet to see the show. So.
Me neither,
Don't.
but I can fantasize about it.
Don't.
I can fantasize me up there. I'm looking at her. I'm saying, "No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy."
All I do is turn on the 40-year-old virgin and watch her sit in a bathtub.
That's much better. Much better. I do the same thing when I watch Joel McHale in a bathtub.
Ooh, that's
Joel
gross.
McHale.
Well, if you're into that kind of thing,
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
no.
Card Shark is still enjoyable.
But I think Elizabeth Banks has the better curvaceous bathtub body.
Did you watch any movies this week? Since I haven't seen you, I mean,
I
have you watched it?
I wanted to see Spider-Man Far From Home Sunday, but unfortunately I couldn't do that in between. I couldn't bookend that in between the two big soccer matches of the day and then like familial obligations.
Mm-hmm. I have not seen Spider-Man Far From Home. Jeff did.
Yeah, I know. You guys are bragging about it.
How was
Rubbing
it?
it in my
I was
face as I'm
bragging
listening to
about
the
it?
podcast. Oh, we got tickets for 4th of July. We got tickets for 4th of July. Ha ha, cinema people. We're going to make you work on the holiday.
Your point being,
I'm jealous.
see, as that cinema person who had to work on the holiday, they're going to be there regardless of if I showed up or not.
So
they were already there.
So steal a tub of popcorn.
So give your non-spoiler review.
Non-spoiler review.
Of Spider-Man Far From Home. There you go,
Now,
Michael
I
Liao.
understand there's a lot of Easter eggs in there. Are you allowed to spoil some of these Easter eggs in regards to the MCU and possible future?
I don't know.
Don't spoil the after credits.
I don't have anything to spoil. I mean, it was a movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
It was very plain. I mean, there wasn't anything great. I mean, when we left the movie theater, we weren't really talking about the movie.
So on a good bad scale?
But it wasn't bad. I mean, there's nothing
Not bad.
bad about it.
Homecoming was better.
Homecoming was much better.
How's Mysterio?
They did Mysterio well. I mean,
Okay. How was Gyllenhaal with that?
Yeah, he was fine.
Okay.
I mean, fine. That's my review. Whatever.
It's going to be on the
It
movie
was-
poster.
It was
Jeff
fine.
from Hobie says, fine.
There was
Non-spoiler
no-
review.
nothing
Fine.
that stood out, good or bad.
Good.
Would you watch it on cable?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's a bar, because they replayed The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 this week.
Oh, it's better than those.
Okay.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
At one point, I turned it on, and I saw the lizard, and I was like, oh. And then they're like, next is Electro, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Nope, not watching that.
Delete.
Yeah, out. I'm out. That's kind of disappointing.
I mean,
Because me and you usually agree on comic book movies pretty
Yeah.
good.
I mean, I don't know. I want to like the movie. I don't dislike the movie. But there's nothing about it that makes me say, "Wow, I'm glad it was there." And it really, I mean, it had some good parts to it. It had some laughs, but overall, it just was.
How's Ned?
Ned was good, but overall, I mean, they kind of went with that character where they could go. I mean,
Yeah. Did Tom Holland, is he still doing a good job?
Yeah, Tom Holland was great. I have nothing bad to say about his performance. at
Who's
all.
your favorite Spider-Man? Tom
Holland.
Tom Holland. Okay. I like Andrew Garfield. He might be my second.
No.
I mean, I didn't dislike anybody
like
that
Andrew
played
Garfield.
Spider-Man. They weren't the reason,
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Garfield wasn't the reason that those films were bad.
No.
No, I like Tobey Maguire better.
Yeah, but it doesn't age well, and we'll get to that question
Really?
later.
Because I haven't seen him in a while, but I do remember
They
liking
were on
him.
this week, too.
No?
They were tough. We'll get to them
anyways,
in
man, I
listener
can't.
feedback.
What
All right.
movie are you going to watch this week?
What was that movie I wanted to see?
Midsummer?
No.
That's pretty fucked up. I read the spoilers on that, the whole
Way
synopsis.
to read the spoilers.
I knew I was never going
Well,
to see
they
it.
said it was pretty good.
It's pretty fucked up.
I'd like to go see it, but I'm going to have to do that on my own.
There was something out there I wanted
All
to
right.
see, but I don't even remember what it was now.
Oh, exactly.
We'll get to
So,
that in box office news.
you know, stay tuned for Jeff's riveting reviews
Oh, yeah,
next week.
yesterday. That's the movie I want to see.
My parents saw that.
Hey, yesterday. Yeah, it's, I'm going to spoil it for you. There's Beatles music in that.
I know.
I think that was given away by the title.
Oh, I thought that was just something that happened in the past.
Boo. Just boo.
Speaking of stuff that happened in the past, we were supposed to have Jason C. Brown on before the next segments of the Drunk History resumed on Comedy Central,
I do agree.
and it just wrapped up this past week.
Well, that was quick.
And it was-
They had,
it was-
like
it was-
3 episodes?
I think there were 6. It just wrapped up, I believe, with Fame. It is pretty good. It was probably
Fame,
the best one.
The musical?
I'm gonna live
No, just
forever.
just
Thank you,
dealing-
Jeff. I couldn't think of the song from it.
Just things just dealing with Fame. I had in regards to Eartha Kitt, Catwoman, and then
The obsession
famous
she
poodle
had.
dog and all that kind of fun
Kato
stuff.
Kalin in it.
Yeah, it's all good.
Was Kato Kalin in it?
I can't remember if that was him. I didn't recognize him.
Oh, okay.
Did the Eartha Kitt segment have anything about Pierce Hawthorne?
No.
Okay.
No, it was how Eartha Kitt got blackballed by the Johnson administration, Lady Bird Johnson.
Oh, that bitch.
You know, so now I remember it because I'm sitting there going, yeah, Eartha Kitt, she was like the first Catwoman, right? And then she got replaced eventually, right? Or no?
There's three Catwomen.
There's three
I
Catwomen.
think she was the middle.
She was
one?
middle.
Now, if I went, she was in the middle. Now, if I went to the expo, what's her name was there a couple years ago, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The
Who?
one Catwoman.
Which one?
Oh, dang it. Don't make me
Wasn't
look it
Julie
up.
Newmar, was it?
No.
The
I'll
other
get
one.
it. I'll
That
get
was-
it. Keep going.
What was that one?
Yes. Good job, Jeff. Or Jim, Blake, whatever your name is. I'm all flustered.
He's not even listening to you.
No, I'm not. Sorry. guys.
Yeah. So, yeah, great.
That was a pretty rude
Yeah,
thing.
it was awesome. Hold on, let me give you a non-spoiler review of the Drunk History. It was good.
We did. We've been kind of in and out of people. You know, we haven't had our usual Hobie self the last couple weeks, so that's why.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons. So
We had to go on location a couple of times.
you did. I'm kind of upset that Jeff Morris, Scab Jeff, is using fudge rounds to catch mice, zombie mice. Because I'll be honest, you don't waste fudge rounds with mice.
He's not. Oh, yeah, he did say he put them
Yeah.
in the trap, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, but that's what they're going after.
I'll rip my own skin off, too, if I was getting fudge rounds. Oh, fudge rounds.
I mean, he was trying to save the fudge rounds by sacrificing one to
No,
save.
it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Let the mice overtake your house. Just save the fudge rounds. Oh. The big fudge rounds, too. They're good. Mm-hmm. So we have a little Quickie Mart in our my company where I work downstairs. And unfortunately, every day, well, not every day, but when I go in and I forget breakfast, I go down there, I'm like, oh, they sell out the fudge rounds before I get there every single day.
Well, that's good.
It is. It's better for me.
It reduces your sugar and calorie
I have my
intake.
granola bar instead, so
right.
my organic natural one. But I do want a fudge round one day. Damn it, those are good. I saw Toy Story 4 with
I
the
heard
fam.
you saw Toy Story.
Yeah, you almost ran me over in the parking lot coming out.
I didn't almost do anything. I was sitting in the back seat.
He was trying to hit you.
His
He
sister was.
missed.
Yeah, it was funny. We were coming out, my family, and
You're coming out and you're walking in the middle of a parking spot that someone's trying to park in.
and I'm like, and I looked at my wife. I was like, "Who's this asshole?" Oh, that's Jeff. Jeff and Jim in the house. Anyways, you know what, Jeff? I'll go with your Spider-Man review. It's fine. That's how Toy Story 4 was. It was Woody was kind of annoying.
How's Forky?
Forky, I thought was going to be annoying. Was not. I really liked Forky.
Forky, not annoying. Not annoying. That's the.
They
the
didn't do much
poster.
with anybody else in it, though. That's the thing.
Bo Peep.
Bo Peep had. I'm talking the original. I'm sorry, she is original. I'm talking Buzz and Bonnie's. Toys. They weren't really did much. They had there's two main areas of scenes: the carnival and the antique shop, and the RV that they're driving in. The antique shop and the carnival could have had great execute. You could have done a really good job with them if you built on it. They didn't really do much with them. The carnival, I think they were in it for 5 minutes, and I'm like, that had a lot of.
The ads made it look like the carnival was going to be the most.
Yeah, and it wasn't, and it was just I don't know.
You think they're just going through the motions because this is like the 4th film in the series, and they're just like, "Fuck it, move on."
I liked it enough because it's Toy Story. I like the characters. Woody was fucking. I wanted to put him in a fucking wood chipper by the end. Where do I belong in this world? Oh my god, we're still fighting this 4 movies later.
4 movies in,
Still
man.
fighting it. I love you, Tom Hanks, but come on.
Well, where do you rank Toy Story 4? Amongst,
4th.
How do you rank all the others?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's a tough one. 3 is good because of the sentimental.
3 is good because it makes you cry.
It might be 3, 2, 1, 4.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I really like 3.
I like 3. I like 1 the best. 1, 3, 2.
I think the reason why 1
But 4 might pass 2 because I wasn't ever a big fan of 2.
I think 2's overrated a little bit. Everybody says the best sequel ever when it came out, and I was
Yeah,
like,
and I'm like, nah.
Empire is. You know what though? The cartoon they had a TV episode where they go to play. Bonnie goes to a friend's house and they play against like dinosaur action figures. I actually think that might be better. It was a half hour. That might be better than 4.
Oh, they had a short before the.
No, not before. This came out about 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
It might be a Christmas one.
Oh, okay. One of the Toy Story Christmas things that they've done.
I think they did 2 of them. I've only seen one. The dinosaur one though, with the action figures, pretty damn good. I was
Did
like,
they go rawr a lot?
They did a little bit.
Okay.
But 4, I still liked it because it was Toy Story. My kids liked it. I think they could have done a whole lot more with it.
Was it better than Cars 3?
Yes, I actually haven't seen Cars 3. Cars 3 is better than Cars 2.
Well, I knew that much.
Cars 2 might be the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my life from Pixar. That thing is awful.
It's the Pixar bottom of the barrel.
It is. It's so bad. So bad. God, it was because it's the Larry Cable Guy show. So that's how 2 was. So, real quick here.
Sure.
We had Twitter poll of the week. You can find us at Bad Ideas Podcast. Follow us there. We always have a lot of fun stuff there.
Fun.
If you go there now, somebody posted a picture of me from when I was like 17, and I look like a G-Thug. They tagged me on it, so thanks, guys, for that. And on our 4th of July, what is the most America thing about America? We had fireworks, Henno's abs, hot dog eating contest, and Besotted Geek sunbathing. With last place, this shocked me. 8% of the vote, Henno's abs.
I voted for Henno's abs.
That's a travesty. If I had a Twitter account, I'd vote for Henno's abs.
I'll lick Henno's abs. I mean, what? What did I say? 8%. Very disappointing. 14%. This is a pretty good spot.
This is disturbing that 14% agreed to this.
Besotted Geek sunbathing. Besotted Geek. He's not doing anything else. He's not podcasting.
That's true. So he might as well just sit out
with a cocktail in his hand.
Oh, I'm glad you finished that sentence. That word.
Cock and a tail in his hand?
No.
Oh.
I said a cocktail in his hand.
Oh, okay.
Rubbing himself with lotion.
And winning
oil.
56% to 22%.
And looking at swans.
Hot dog eating contest over the fireworks. Jeff, you love fireworks.
Nope.
Did you videotape a lot of fireworks shows and
none at
so
all.
I can watch them?
Oh.
I didn't watch a single firework.
Oh,
We all have our digits.
we do.
We didn't lose any.
We're better than who's that? Pierre or whatever from football.
Jason Pierre-Paul.
Jason, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, but he's still making millions of dollars, still playing football.
Did you see that football player Norden Jr. who lost his arm?
No.
Miami Dolphins.
Talking about the car accident.
Yeah, he's 23 years old.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Ken Norden Jr. Ken Norden Jr. Right?
No.
Not Ken Norton.
Eric Norden.
Nah, something.
Yeah.
Something junior.
But anyways, he lost his arm.
Yeah, it sucks.
Jesus, that's awful.
Yeah, damage to the point. But let's celebrate America by a gluttony of hot dog eating.
Ugh. And we had to respond.
Is it really a sport?
Sure.
As much as other things are, as much as NASCAR is. I mean, yeah.
I drive left.
That's your damn phone.
See, somebody knows we're talking bad about NASCAR, and your phone
Every
goes off.
week at the podcast.
What's your point?
Jeff's only
phone
been doing
goes
this for
off.
288 episodes. 286, sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Responses from listeners. Mystic Hellstorm had a 4th of July orgy is his America thing.
See, that surprised me because I thought the 4th of July orgy was an international thing, just happened to fall on our Independence Day. I didn't realize it was uniquely American.
Yep. I don't know if I want to do an orgy in
I feel
in
bad.
summer.
I feel bad for everybody else in the world that doesn't get to experience the 4th of July orgy.
There's a lot of fireworks going off. Little sparklers. My issue is that you can't do an orgy in summer. It's too hot.
You're allowed to go inside during
Still
the
hot.
orgy.
Still hot.
It's still hot and sweaty, but some
Yeah.
people like it that
Yeah.
way, Jason.
Ugh. And
Slipping, sliding.
that's awful. That's awful. Anyway, 143 at Breaker 6696 said, taking a bath bomb, then wine, then watching my mom get bombed with 8 dudes.
Well, they partake in the 4th of July orgy.
Good for you.
Did they lose any digits?
Their
I
phone
don't-
numbers, maybe.
Their keys. Key party.
Well, I don't know if that's a good day or a bad day, according to Breaker 6696.
Is it both?
I don't know. It could be. It depends on what perspective you're looking at it from.
We're going with it. Anyway, is it a Westworld type orgy?
I'm surprised nobody said listening to Hobie 4th of July edition.
Oh, everybody loves the 4th of July edition.
Right.
Do we have a special 4th of
Sure.
July edition?
Last week,
Well, if we did, people will love it.
Yes.
they talk about fudge rounds. Let's do some listener feedback.
That's the sound of your bomb listener feedback, sponsored this week by the look on Megan Rapinoe's face when she has to stand for the national anthem. All right, so we're going to start off with this one guy, Mr.
Doug.
America, Mr. 4th of July,
Ape hands,
formerly known
Some
as
nickname?
Doug.
7.
I wanted to be called the Hammer.
Yeah, I mean, you gave me like 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs to read on this one story because everybody loves a great child molestation case.
Well, you can just read the question and then ignore the story.
Ooh, I could do that. Where should I go? So, will Hobie have a retraction?
No.
Okay.
Kevin Spacey.
No.
Hey guys!
No. This is why I didn't want to read. Not really 4 paragraphs. I could do that easily. I just don't want to listen to Jason.
I can do 4. Never mind.
I don't know if you're going to say year-olds or children at once.
What? What are you
But
talking about?
No.
I would like to apologize to Kevin Spacey.
No.
you're not apologizing to Kevin Spacey.
It's okay, Jason. I appreciate it. Thanks.
All right. Per Variety.
No, we're moving on. Let's go.
No longer facing a civil lawsuit from
I win.
from the man from Nantucket who previously accused him. Never mind. I was going to make a bad Nantucket rhyming joke right there, but I don't want to go to jail.
Moving on. Let's go from Scab Jeff.
All right, Scab Jeff. In response to our discussion on Batman last week, George Clooney as Calendar Man. Ooh.
This is, I guess, you guys were picking Batman. People that played Batman as villains in
to
the
be
new one.
villains of the new
Yes.
Batman, yes.
Michael Keaton as the Mad Hatter. Adam West as the Riddler. Christian Bale as Penguin. Val Kilmer as Victor Zsasz. Ben Affleck as Mr. Freeze. You know, speaking of Christian Bale, I saw that in Empire of the Sun over my 2 weeks that I've been out too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. And I forgot I was watching it. I'm like, I know this little kid from somewhere. Where do I know him from? And then it occurred to me, oh shit, that's
Batman.
That's Bale. Yeah. Holy moly.
That's John Connor.
Yeah. There's all kinds of goodness there. He's American Psycho.
He is.
Thank you, Scab Jeff. And then from 143 at Breaker 6696. The second reference this week.
Yes.
He says, how dare I assume their gender? The person says, who would be the best actor to play Dr. Hannibal Lecter next?
Can we still keep Mads Mikkelsen playing Lecter?
Is that from the TV show?
Yeah.
We could.
I would like to see, why not a female Hannibal Lecter, Helena Bonham Carter?
Oh.
She would do a good job.
You know what? I
with-
like that one.
Thank you.
I
like
could
that
see
one.
her having fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I really do like that. That's a nice pick.
Thank
That's
you.
a nice pick. What about, and I'm not being funny, who's the guy that played Bruno? Sacha Baron Cohen?
Oh, yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen.
He could do it.
Ugh.
I think he could do it.
I mean, he could do it. I don't know if he'd do it well.
Would he want to do it seriously, though?
He could
If he decided to be serious, he could probably pull it off.
I think he could go dark.
But
I
I,
think
don't
he
know
could.
if I could watch it without seeing like
Borat?
Borat or something.
I want to eat your brain, Ricky Bobby.
It's nice. I like some fava beans. It's nice.
Why is there jazz on the jukebox? That's for profiling.
You've watched that movie too many times.
Oh, God, it's awesome. I love it.
It's
Randall Holt.
Yeah, we read this last week. I don't know why it's on the outline for this.
Oh,
week.
I didn't hear that part.
You didn't listen then, did you?
I did. But
I read all the people's responses last
You even read
week.
mine.
I did.
So, Randall Holt made me think of it. The Guardians of the Galaxy it really bummed me out because, first off, the top 5 last week was top 5 films, best films from the past 5 decades, starting in the 70s. You had to pick one from each decade. I really loved that top 5. The 1990s was quite possibly the most difficult year I had picking one.
I mean,
As
decade.
in like it was so difficult because there were so many good movies.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
2010s was a little bit more difficult because a lot of them you don't know how they're going to age. I had the 3 billboards outside Ebbing. Thinking back, I did like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That might be one of my favorites. But Randall made a good point. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. We were talking about that before you got here, Jeff. That might be one of my favorite. I don't know if it's the best, though. It's not favorite, it's best. So, but yeah, 1990s was a very difficult year. So, Decade, sorry. We did get a suggestion by a listener, Brad. Not Brad from Cinema Guys, but a different one.
Another Brad.
Yeah.
Oh, man, all out now our listeners are sharing names.
We got 3 Brads I know of that have sent in feedback. This Brad,
Brad.
he had a good one, and I think we could do it maybe going into the expo because we're always looking for top 5s at the expo when we're recording. Top 5 movies from 1980 to 84. Like, you just go through each decade, the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s.
Didn't we do that before?
Did we do that before?
We've done each decade before.
But have you done each year, like 1980, 81, 82, 83?
Oh, top 5 1980 movies. Top 5 1981
no, one
movies.
from 1980, one from 81. Did we do that already?
Oh, one from each year is
Yes.
what you're saying.
Yes.
No, we didn't do that.
I thought that was interesting. We could do one from each year,
Yeah.
kind of the same thing, best. And then, I just thought that was I like that idea.
Have
We're
you
starting-
done them in a French accent?
I could.
So we're starting at 1980.
Yeah, we could. But that's something to think about for
We
our...
can start at 1929. That's when the Oscars started.
Oh, I know it was 1956, Greatest Show on Earth. Is that 56?
I don't know what year it was, but that was such a terrible movie.
Terrible year. Anyways,
I can tell you about Hedy Lamarr
Headley!
because I watched Drunk History. I think that was probably the best I forget the lady who narrated that one.
Does it talk about her inventing the Bluetooth technology?
Yeah. I forget. I'll have to ask Jason C. Brown how fun it was to do of course, the reenactment part of that. But I think the lady that told the story was hilarious. I want to drink with her.
You don't remember who it is, though.
No, I could look it up on break.
I
But
can-
right
I-
now, I'm working.
I can start guessing.
I got to
ladies, if you
read.
want.
I have to read listener feedback.
Was it Amy Sedaris?
Sudeikis?
No.
Jason Sudeikis?
No.
I'll look it up while
Kristen Shaw?
Jason's reading. But keep guessing.
Juliette Lewis?
From Des Hassing says, Hobie, I
That's
think
us.
this is an omen that means you have to visit San Diego. Per the U.S. Pacific Fleet Twitter page, U.S. Navy accepts delivery of the future USS Cincinnati, which will be home ported in San Diego after commissioning this year. It's replacing the old USS Cincinnati, which the city tried to raise funds to get it
Docked on the
and moored
river?
on the river here and use it as a museum. But our city and county sucks because they're ran by a bunch of idiots.
Well, they're
and
not-
they couldn't run you basically have to pay the Navy the transportation costs and everything to get it converted and then tow it up the river and get it moved here. And we couldn't do it.
But, I mean, we've got more important things to spend our money on.
Like what?
Like a streetcar.
Oh,
we need to get people
that's
8
it. I'm
blocks from
blaming-
one block to
blaming
another.
the streetcar. Another complaint against the streetcar, Mr. Dittman.
Yes, the Ditman and his streetcar.
Because we had to pay for that thing that was supposed to pay for itself. Wasn't it supposed to pay for itself?
It was supposed to.
Wasn't it?
But what they didn't realize was it wasn't a good idea to begin with, and no one wants to ride it, and it costs way too much money to have to change the infrastructure and the sewer systems.
And wasn't there some idiot
down the
street.
hall?
Wasn't there some idiot politician who ran basically on the whole thing of I'm canceling the streetcar, and 3 days after he gets elected, he's like, oh yeah, we're going to build it. Sorry.
Yeah, that was one of the gentlemen.
And
Cincinnati Politics brought to you by
They
bribery.
suck. Yeah, bribes. But anyways, yes, correct, Des Hassing.
So now we have to go to San Diego to see the new USS Cincinnati.
Well, only if he does a dissertation
All right.
for his 5th doctorate on...
What are you talking about? Des probably could do that in
USS
like 10
Cincinnati.
minutes.
So what type of ship is the USS Cincinnati?
Tugboat.
It looked like it had a basketball court on it.
Tugboat. Toot toot.
Oh, my goodness.
It's an extended tugboat.
Ooh, speaking of tugs, you know what it's time for now.
Boom, chicky, bow, bow. What you gonna do when he comes for you?
Jeffer Money.
He comes for you.
You are strapped to a chair, James Bond style in Casino Royale. Ooh, strapped to a chair.
Who wants to be paid?
But instead of a rope knot to the nethers, yeah, that was pretty painful. There's a rubber dildo.
a floppy award.
There's a floppy award. You are then told, choose wisely, and asked to pick 3. What do you pick? Hashtag don't mess up. Hashtag go.
I pick the 2003 Chicago Cubs. Mm-hmm. I pick the China Syndrome and Confucius.
Is he correct or not?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Tuned in next week till we find out. Same bat channel, same bat time. We do have something special here
Oh, we do.
from Jim, who's not
drunk
here.
on the golf course?
Yes.
Yes.
My legs hurt. I can't podcast
I can't possibly sit down and talk.
or drool. So, we're going live here.
Oh, man, I shouldn't have had those Oreo marshmallow moon cookies.
Oh, did you like the moon cookies?
Yeah, I did. I had 4.
Oh, no.
We got
Now I'm going to have more.
a new Oreo challenge.
Yeah, you thought did you think the marshmallow ones tasted like Lucky
The creamy
Charms?
center, yes. The creamy center kind of tastes like the Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms. Okay.
Did you like the Marshmallow Moon ones?
Yes, I did.
They were better than I was expecting.
Ditto.
So, we had Marshmallow Moon. We've had Game of Thrones. We've had...
Most stuff Oreos.
We had the most stuff Oreos.
Which is not really most stuff.
No, it really
False
was.
advertising on the package.
Although it was still too much stuff.
Yeah.
But you could have fit more, but it was still too much.
So we have more Oreo challenges. This is from Jim. So this week we have chocolate peanut butter pie, which may sound like the most amazing thing ever. The issue is, though, there's no chocolate cookie shell.
it's
There's no Oreo cookie
It's the white,
There you go,
itself.
Blake.
the white cookie shell. Or
Jeff, let me get that for you there.
oh, there we go.
Okay. You want to take a look at this one?
Ooh, is this a graham cracker cookie?
Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
But it's supposed to taste like a pie crust.
Please don't chew into the mic.
You can chew into the mic all you want.
So there's the inside. Half black, half peanut butter. Look to the cookie lane. Your take, Jeff? What's your take? It's a big call.
It's a Nutter Butter ripoff.
It smells good. It smells heavenly.
Yeah, the chocolate really didn't taste anything on that bite, and I bit it in half.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite Nutter Butter because the cookie itself I don't think is a peanut butter, is it?
It's a little, but the peanut butter filling in there is definitely Nutter Butter.
Yeah, that's Nutter Butter
ripoff.
filling, and the chocolate was. Let me nibble on the chocolate a little.
Okay, you're nibbling on the chocolate. Yeah.
Marshmallow moons are better, I think.
Oh, so we got Game of Thrones, which we're just going through out because those were just regular Oreos.
with pictures that not well on
yeah,
them.
so we're throwing that out. So we had the most stuff we've had.
Most stuff, no worse.
You think they're worse than they're the worst?
They're the worst.
Okay.
It's just too much cream and not enough cookie.
Okay. And so where would you rank the chocolate peanut butter pie?
I've got to finish at least one cookie.
No, you
before I
don't.
rank
No,
it.
you don't. No, you don't.
I do, and I'm going to munch on the microphone.
Don't munch on the
here.
air. This is good podcasting right now.
It is.
I'm trying to make up for the poor visuals.
Well, I'm trying to show. You don't want your face shown, so there you go. Ah! There you go. I got your chest hair showing. Yeah. Show it, Blake.
Oh,
Show
yeah.
it. Yeah. I missed it.
See, I don't think you can go wrong with peanut butter or anything.
I agree. Because
You add peanut butter to something and it makes it better.
Reese's peanut butters cups might be the best thing ever. Like the thin one, or not thin ones, the bigger ones.
No.
Not the small ones.
No, the small ones.
What?
The small ones have the perfect amount of chocolate to peanut butter.
He's wrong. He's wrong.
No, the big ones, it's not enough chocolate to the amount of peanut butter you get.
Besotted Geek has said that he's puking because this looks disgusting.
Oh, good. He's the guy who doesn't like Pez, so his opinion doesn't matter.
That's right.
Yeah, take that.
Pezgate. Blake, what else do we got?
From David.
Oh.
Just David.
David.
I think when I first read this question, I think he meant, I thought he was actually talking like the best 3 comic book trilogies, but I think he meant comic book movie trilogy.
Yeah.
He says, what comic book trilogy has aged better? X-Men, the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, or Batman, Christian Bale?
The Christian Bale Batman has aged better.
Of all of them?
Of
You
all
say
of
Batman?
them. I say Batman.
I'm going to say the Spider-Man one has not aged well. Do you think that X-Men is the worst? X-Men, Spider-Man, or Batman? Which one?
Well, X3 is the worst of all the movies, so it's tough to...
Worse than Spider-Man 3?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He didn't ask.
Yeah, but because it started aging bad as soon as it was made. That's the problem.
Okay. Is this Dark Phoenix that you saw better than the last Dark Phoenix?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say it's Batman is the top, Spider-Man, and then you know what? No, I'm going Batman, X-Men, Spider-Man. Because I really like X-Men 1 and X-Men 2. X-Men 2 was one of my favorites. So I'm going to go them, and then I'm going to say Spider-Man, because Spider-Man 2, I think, was overrated. Spider-Man 1 does not age as well, because William Dafoe should not be a Power Ranger. And number 3 is just horrible. They should have split it into Venom and Sandman. And
I think I'm going to... Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, 3 sucks of Spider-Man, because they fucking put Sandman tied to Uncle Ben's murder.
Yeah.
Although I still think X-Men probably didn't age as well as Spider-Man.
But Spider-Man did give us one of the best memes, and that's Willem Dafoe's. I'm kind of something of a scientist myself. Meme.
Oh, I thought you meant the best meme of kissing upside down meme.
Or that, too.
We did get a request on our live video on Twitter at Bad Ideas Podcast. We do
stop
live
doing
tweets.
it?
No, Besotted asked for more Oak Island talk.
Oh.
Well,
No.
see, but this is the guy who also likes Riverdale talk, so we can't appease him.
Stop it. Riverdale's amazing.
I posted that somewhere in my feed, that advertisement popped up. And I was so tempted to click it, but I figured it'd be just spam. And then if it wasn't spam, I didn't want to give it away when I watched next season. If they
You
did
do
find
realize they're
something.
never going to find anything on Oak Island.
All right, I'm saying I think the peanut butter pie Oreos are better because I'm looking down there and I'm thinking, if I wanted one more cookie, which one would I take? And it would be the peanut butter.
I agree. I think I like the peanut butter one. So if you guys got any more Oreos that you want us to try, let us know. Let us know.
I was going to eat them.
You could have a lot worse challenges. I'll take the Oreo challenge any day.
Yeah, we could have that
They're both sitting in front of
bologna
me.
and whipped cream challenge.
I mean, if you
had
handed
last
me,
year.
if you handed me another one, I'm not going to turn it down.
You're not going to turn it
I'm
down.
not going to turn it down.
What's your fitness instructor going to say?
He's going to say, I'm going to work your ass hard.
Okay. Oh. Okay, and let's wrap it up with Professor Number 1.
Professor Number 1 and Doctor Number 1. After 5 days, Spider-Man brought in more money than the best DC movie, Shazam. Can we stop acting like DC is a rival to the MCU?
I already had stopped.
I didn't think there was any comparison. I thought
I
everybody
agree.
knew that already.
I agree. Speaking of this.
Speaking of Spider-Man.
Sorry. Speaking of DC.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. Warner Media
Let's talk about this.
has come out today. Their streaming service
Yeah.
has now become HBO Max. Starts in 2020.
Yeah, exactly.
Friends is going to be on it. The whole series of Friends.
Exclusive?
Yep.
God damn it.
In 2020.
Just the fact that they're making exclusive
Like, you can't turn
shows
on Friends.
on streaming.
You can turn Friends on any broadcast network.
Yeah, but
though.
if you watch any of that stuff on broadcast network, it's when it's in syndicate like that, they only keep showing like the same 10 episodes over and over again.
The good ones. Or you can buy it on DVD, the videos out there.
But it's combining
What are you going to play the DVD on?
all the shows from, let me get it here, Boomerang, HBO, DC streaming
the
service is
DC
gone.
streaming is?
Yep.
Oh, okay, because when I was reading the article, I didn't notice it saying
It was one of the
anything about-
logos. It was one of the logos that they
Okay.
incorporated.
If the DC streaming goes into that, then that's... it's a smart idea to do it that way.
All episodes. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, if you do the bigger companies encompass all the little things, then you'll really have, 5 or 6 major streamers out there, and that's manageable. It's when you get to 10 or 12 is when you're getting a little...
Would you please back away from the mic? This is the big one. All episodes of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yay.
Oh, darn.
All the CW shows. Past and present. Pretty Little Liars. The whole series.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. And I'm just going to look over this. CNN, TNT, TBS, True TV, The CW, Turner Classic Movies, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Crunchyroll, I don't know what that is, Rooster Teeth, and Looney Tunes. So it's all going to be on there.
So CNN.
Edited Looney Tunes.
It better not be edited. Boomerang, I don't think it will. Boomerang plays unedited Looney Tunes during the day. It's great.
Good.
Last Saturday, or a couple Saturdays ago, we weren't doing anything for a couple hours, so I was just relaxed. I turned it on, and my oldest son and I were watching. I'm cracking up at Looney Tunes, and my wife looks over and goes, my 40-year-old husband is cracking up at Looney Tunes. I was like, hell yeah,
Hell yeah.
This stuff is awesome.
Why wouldn't you crack up at
She doesn't
Looney
like
Tunes?
Princess Bride. Come on.
Inconceivable.
I agree. So here's a couple things. These are some of the shows, if you're thinking about what streaming service to get. Warner Media, HBO Max. They haven't announced a price yet. That's a lot of programming, though.
Yeah.
So, Dune, The Sisterhood. It's an adaptation of Brian Herbert's and Kevin Anderson's book based on the world created by Frank Herbert's book Dune.
Herbert? Hay Bears?
It's about a group of women that have some team, and I don't know.
Benny Jesuits?
The Sisterhood of the Traveling Dune?
Yes, that's it. Tokyo Vice. Nope, not based on Tokyo Drift. Based on Jake Adelstein's nonfiction first-hand account, Tokyo Metropolitan Police, starring Ansel Elgort. He actually infiltrates them, and I guess works for either a bad guy or a good guy. I'm not sure. The Flight Attendant, a 1-hour thriller starring Kaylee Cuoco. She basically is a flight attendant. She wakes up in a Middle Eastern country after a flight and has a dead body next to her. Is the premise.
Nice. And she gets the fuck out of there.
I thought you were going to say she goes to the Middle East and wakes up a sex slave or something.
Stop it. Made for Love, a 10-episode half-hour... Oh, God, this looks awful. Never mind. Gremlins, an animated series from Warner Brothers about the prequel. It's set in the 1920s and follows the guy that runs the shop.
Mowgli?
Yeah, not Mowgli, but he captures Mowgli. Because if that's what we're looking for is a prequel about him, I always wanted to know about that shop owner.
Well, you're the one that wants to know about Tom Skerritt in Steel Magnolias.
I want to know about Tom Skerritt. It's not right what they did to him in that show.
They did nothing to him.
Exactly.
It wasn't his story.
Stephen King's The Outsider, a dark mystery starring Ben Mendelsohn.
He's creepy.
Lovecraft Country, a unique horror series based on a novel by Matt Ruff. Executive produced by Jordan Peele.
Oh.
The Nevers, Joss Whedon's new science fiction series. And The Gilded Age, about 1885 New York from downtown Abbey. Let's see here.
Man, there's
So far,
there's
nothing-
a lot of work going into this. I'm picking streaming services and paying for them.
So far, nothing you've said makes me want to watch any of those
No.
programs.
There's not much. I mean, again, Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I finished
gonna get
season 3 of Jessica
ridiculous.
Jones this week.
Oh,
Over the
congratulations.
weekend. That was real good.
So just give you some.
Started Stranger Things season 3.
How'd you like it?
I haven't done it yet.
2 episodes in
Do you like it?
so far. I mean, nothing's happened yet, so other than like one creepy thing.
Yeah, as they build up. You know, I want to see it. I'm a big fan of it. We've talked about it before. I did see a post that it's setting up for an end game, but I thought originally, how many Stranger Things were they contracted to do?
They're doing 4.
So they are setting up for
It
season
was
4.
4. I thought 5.
I don't know.
Okay, so it's 4 or 5. They have an end game in sight.
All right.
I thought it was 4 because I thought they were going to do 4 seasons.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Like 4 seasons of the fall, winter,
So
summer.
the first 2 are both in fall.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're both at Halloween.
And this one's summer. I don't know.
And they're getting older.
They are getting older.
It's almost
they,
as if they're stealing a timeline from it.
they are making out.
That's what I heard. Is there heavy petting involved?
Just to give you guys some idea on the streaming services,
Yes.
that
Was this Kevin Spacey approved?
Disney,
What is-
Marvel. Hey guys. Disney Plus has Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, and The Simpsons. NBC's streaming service that comes out next year has The Office and who knows. NBC
Yeah, I
stuff.
saw they were taking The Office away from
Yeah.
Netflix.
HBO Max has Game of Thrones, Friends, CW, DC app, HBO.
Pretty much HBO shows.
Yep. Netflix has Stranger Things and Grey's Anatomy, Shameless, and all those.
Rest of them.
And Amazon has Lord of the Rings coming.
Prequel.
Hulu has FX stuff and Handmaid's Tale. And CBS New
Are we living that now?
CBS has the Star Trek thing.
and Twilight Zone. So
We're in the Twilight Zone.
I'll tell you one thing: it gets more and more as it goes on. It's like, maybe I would get rid of Netflix.
Now you're going to have. Well, you know, I was sitting there thinking about that. I look at that Netflix bill. It's up to $17.99 a month now. I remember it was $9.99 a couple
Really-
years ago.
And they
It's
have a
doubled.
lot. They have a lot of crap on there. Like I spend 20
They
minutes
do.
trying to find something.
Yeah, their search.
so you're
their
complaining
search,
that they have too much stuff to choose?
Too much
from?
crap.
No, their
Too much
search
crap.
engine sucks, man.
It does.
Okay.
It's horrible.
It is a horrible search engine. We were trying to watch a movie, just find something. My wife and I. I'm like, I don't even know. You have to go online to find. Hey, what's
Yeah.
new on Netflix?
And some of the shit they peddle you, like, if you'll like this, I'm like, no, I won't.
Wine
Or
Country.
I go, who's been using my Netflix ID?
We watched the Amy Poehler Wine Country from Netflix original.
Yeah.
My
Right.
wife put it best.
I heard it wasn't good. It was like they got the ladies and actresses you want to cheer
Yes.
for.
Yes.
But it was bad. That's what I heard.
Great cast, not good. Even my wife, who's pretty easy on the movies and that, she's like, it was like
Except for Princess Bride.
That's right. She's like, it was like your friend.
Still don't get that.
She's still a credible critic then?
She's like, if you and your friends went away for a wine trip for the weekend,
Yeah.
and somebody was videotaping it, and basically,
Nothing happens?
no, you were and you were watching them tell all these inside jokes, and you have no idea what the inside jokes are, and that's exactly what it was. It was like, I don't get any of this. I think at the end of the day, Amy Poehler just wanted to take her friends
Now,
to a
was-
really
was-
nice place in Sonoma.
Was this
So it's no...
this wasn't a fictional thing? This was just
No, it's a fictional.
oh.
So it's no...
So these were written jokes?
Yes.
Yeah. It's no sideways is what you're saying.
No. It was not well done. It was not good. So I wanted to like it. Not so much. So
All right.
Was there a story involved?
not really.
Or was it just girls or the women going to the wine country?
They're going to the wine country, but it was kind of funny because they're like, "Oh, if you sniff this wine," they're like, "We just want a drink. Here, give it." That's kind of funny, but there's like people. Somebody lost a job. Another one, I don't know, can't do something. Another one has a crappy husband. But there was no real like, okay, that's it. Like there's nothing really, and so it's like, yeah, I don't really give a shit at the end.
So no actual story, just
No, they basically you were
You're
watching.
just thrown right in the middle of these women's lives that you have no reason to care for.
Yeah.
And end up not caring for them.
They tried to do a lot of inside jokes that you were supposed to like get as an audience, and you don't. And you're like, okay, I guess that's funny.
Maybe you didn't understand it because you're not like a Hollywood woman.
Maybe that's it.
Could be.
Feels like a woman.
I identified with sideways.
I didn't.
I thought that was
too
overrated
bad.
too. Anyways,
Anyways, that's your streaming service report brought to you by...
Warner Media. Let's do some News of the Geek.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Breaking news. Chocolate peanut butter pie Oreos are fucking amazing. Damn you, Jim.
Now that you got to eat them,
Yeah, they're fucking amazing.
instead of filming everyone else eat them.
God, these are good. Whew. Anyways, talk amongst yourself. No. Let's do it first. Per IGN, last week, the comic book series The Walking Dead ended abruptly after 193 issues and 16 years of publication.
At least he can end something, George R. R. Martin.
The issue came out only one issue after Kirkman... spoilers. Here we go.
Oh, heavy spoilers.
After Kirkman killed off his lead character, Rick Grimes. And Kirkman always said that Rick would die before the end of the comic run. He just didn't say he'll die in the issue right before the end. Basically, this caught a lot of people off guard because he was having fake covers come out and synopsis for future issues. And for like 194, 95, 96.
He was keeping it hidden that he was ending it.
In the letter hack section, which is the back where he answers questions, Kirkman did reveal the original ending he had in mind for the Walking Dead series.
The original ending.
Yes, this is what I thought was pretty cool. The big story, quote, the big storyline, No Way Out, ended with Rick proclaiming that Alexandria was a place worth fighting for, that they could no longer keep moving from place to place, and they had to stand, lay down roots, and start building from there. Their nomad days were behind them. And for years, that had been planned to be the end. Rick would make his proclamation in the speech.
Proclamation.
Thank you. Would end with a big close-up of Rick's face. You turn the page, and Rick's face would be the same, only it was a statue. And you zoom out, and the full statue there would be the full statue with some vines growing out of the bottom of it, cracking. And then you realize it was a quite old statue, so it went into the future. We keep zooming out until we see the statue was in Alexandria, the same place where he gave the speech, but it was different. It was old, run down, broken windows, and missing doors. You zoom out again, and you see a zombie walk by. And we see that Rick had brought them to Alexandria, gave this grand speech about rebuilding, and succeeded to the point that they built a statue to honor him. But in the end, the dead won. Society crumbled again, and this time seemingly for good, and that was it. That was a dark, but I really like that. I like that ending.
So how did it end, or are we not spoiling?
Spoilers. No, I can do it. Okay, so the ending...
Spoilers if you don't want to know how it ends.
Rick gets shot by, not a no-name person, but...
Someone.
Yeah.
A minor character.
Yeah,
by a
minor,
red shirt.
Yeah.
In the commune.
And they shoot him. He shoots him several times. Yes. In the wherever they're living now. Yeah, the commune with 50,000 people. So then it fast forwards, and Carl, who's still alive in the books, is married to Sophia
Vergara.
Sophia, yes, Sophia Vergara. They have a kid.
He's adopted?
Yes. They have a kid, and basically. Maggie's kid is an asshole in the future, and basically the zombies are all gone or pretty much contained. And Maggie's kid is basically running a carnival with zombies.
A zombie carnival circus.
Yes. And Carl shoots one. They basically go to court over this.
Because he destroyed property.
Yes. And it is. And you know,
can you own a zombie?
Well, that's what it comes down to. And then basically he gets fined, and he was going to get fined because zombies are expensive. And the judge says, you know what? He gives this grand speech, Carl does. And finally the guy's like, yeah, that's fine. You know, the judge lets him go and all that. So then Maggie's son, you know, says, you know, you're lucky you're Rick's son, blah, blah, blah. And then the next day, Carl says, I have to go do something. The next day, all of the guys' zombies are killed in his cart. And that's how it ends. So basically, the future survived. Everybody's okay. Zombies hardly ever exist now.
Hooray.
And that's it.
So now you have to cultivate zombies to get them to exist.
My thought is that he's going to come out with a Negan series because Negan left the commune or community.
Yeah, he actually had to post a postscript or whatever saying, oh yeah, Negan's alive.
Yeah, because he left the community a couple about 20 issues ago, and he's like, you're never going to see Negan again in this series. So I think he does revisit it. But you know what? Walking Dead was good. But there were some points. It's 193 issues. It's a long story. It was good, but I appreciate Kirkman just ending it and surprising everybody, not building it up. I thought that was
building
kind of
it up like, hey, next month or the last 12 issues this year.
Basically, it popped out. They said it came out that he was ending it 2 days before it came out, And that was, he'd even announced it. Somebody saw the new issue and the preview of it and sent it out.
Said, what?
Someone broke the silence.
Yeah. So there you go.
All right.
This is Jim's favorite story.
Yeah, I like it.
This is from Blake. Per Fox News, a Los Angeles-based ice cream truck owner has found viral fame after posting on Instagram his disdain for social media influencers.
Good for him.
Founder Joe Nietzsche, who started the business 5 years ago, shared on his social media pages that he would be charging influencers double for his popular soft-serve ice cream after becoming fed up with being bombarded with requests for free cones in exchange for exposure. The funny thing is, he's done like private parties for Adam Levine and a couple of famous people.
Yeah.
But he doesn't care. But obviously, it's a business.
That's
It's a
right.
business. If you hire me, I'll go.
Correct.
Yeah.
So this quote: "We've decided to make this thing official with signage in his ice cream truck. We truly don't care if you're an influencer or how many followers you have. We will never give you a free ice cream in exchange for a post on your social media page. It's literally a $4 item. Well, now it's $8 for you. Hashtag influencers are gross." Nietzsche shared on Instagram.
Yeah.
He claimed his truck, named CVT, which stands for Chocolate, Vanilla, and Twirl, has been receiving more and more requests for people claiming to be influencers in the past 2 or 3 years. Both in his direct messages and face-to-face, people reported. Nietzsche told people he received a request for an event to comp them 300 servings in exchange for exposure. And he goes, I believe that's an influencer's favorite word.
Yeah.
Exposure.
I can get the exposure. I've got followers.
Nietzsche's
Keep
even
going.
better.
Yeah.
I'm truly embarrassed for these people. I'm not really 100% sure what they actually do, and their followers, likes, and comments can all be purchased, so I have trouble looking at them as being reputable.
Of course.
If it's public knowledge that anyone can purchase followers and likes, then why does an influencer hold weight? Let's make hard work huge right now. Let's not make not asking people to work for free huge right now. We are not impressed or influenced by your following. You probably bought them, he captioned in the post. So good for him. Good for him.
Good for him.
Thought that was pretty funny.
Because as it turns out, you can be quote unquote an influencer with million followers, and you try and peddle things or push things, and guess what? You really don't sell anything.
No.
You know, there you see in like these other stories, like influencer with 1 million followers decides to sell a sweatshirt. She only sold 37.
I always like the fringe, and I use fringe, musicians. I use that in quotations too. That were like, I'll drop my latest album, and then if I can get 10,000 likes, and then it's like 2 hours later, still at 30, still at 50, and then they always go back and they're, oh no, that wasn't me. That was accidentally sent out. And it happens a lot when they go, get me 1,000 likes, and my new album, my new song drops. Nope.
That's right. Hey, go out and give us 1,000 reviews on iTunes for Hobie.
What they need are dislike buttons, kind of like was it YouTube where you can vote things up or down. Should be able to vote down comments to take away from their influence.
This is all becoming the Orville.
It is.
When they had the society of that.
That's right. Social media is not real world. And,
No.
you know, a lot of people fail to realize that. Yeah, so.
But I'm an influencer. I don't
you're
want to
not.
go to college.
Stop it. So there you go. There's your news of the geek.
Hey, this is Liz,
And this is Heather,
and we are Nerdy Bitches Podcast.
a show where two geeky ladies podcast their way through pop culture.
From movies and TV to our regular book club and everything in between, we bring you our favorite fandoms with a feminine eye.
We're talking Star Wars, Star Trek, Harry Potter, DC, Marvel, comic books, and anime.
And don't forget sci-fi, fantasy, action movies, video games, D&D, board games, and so much more.
Be sure to check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Podbean, or wherever you find awesome podcasts.
You can also find us hanging out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and at nerdybitches.com.
Talk to you soon.
I'm Brad.
I'm Justin.
And I'm the Cinemaiden.
We are the Cinema Guys. We do a movie podcast. We're just three friends.
Who love to talk about movies, and probably the best podcast you've ever heard about movies ever.
Or is it the best podcast you ever heard, or the best podcast you've never heard yet?
Ooh, but what if they have heard and they forgot that they heard and they have heard it before?
Then they should listen again.
Yes.
Oh, dear God.
Ashley, real quick, top favorite episode you've ever had of the Cinema Guys, go.
Aquaman would make fun of Brad the whole time.
Oh, Aquaman was a good one.
Every other week we have a full episode where we give our top lists.
About usually a new movie.
Usually a new movie. And then, we always give at-home recommendations at the very end.
Yeah, but my favorite is our
fun little
lists.
banter in
I
between.
think the lists are the best thing that we do.
Our lists are fun.
Because I love to make lists about movies.
Just head over to wearethecinemaguyz.com and you can subscribe, contact, listen to the show, all of that. As I always like to say, maybe sometime we will see you at the movies.
Jeff, what are you doing September 20th through the 22nd?
I'm going to be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Damn straight you are, Skippy.
Yes, I am. Blake, what are you going to... So anyway, we'll be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Jim will be there. Scab Jeff will be there.
Scab Blake will be there.
Yeah. Tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. Alan Tudyk is going to be there.
He is.
I can't guarantee it, but we're going to try to get him on the show.
Hi, Alan.
Hello.
Will Wheaton will be there.
Will Wheaton. We're going to try to get some D&D playing. My character, Lee Iacocca, is going to play.
Is he alive?
My character is.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm trying to think what else. Who else is going to be there? Marina.
Bakarin.
Thank you. Also, Jim Gordon himself from Gotham is going to be there.
Ben McKenzie.
That's right. So, yes. Well, they also just... we
got the Harp Twins.
They do have the Harp... Dirk Manning. And just announced today, Jay Fosgate.
Oh,
yeah.
They finally announced Jay.
Jay is awesome. We interviewed him a couple years ago. So, great comic book artist. So, yeah, get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. Also, Ernie Hudson's going to be there.
Yes, he is.
Damn straight, Skippy. So, I'm excited.
With his Ghostbuster pack?
Probably. No, the crow. He's going to have a crow.
Oh.
Caw, caw.
I thought he was going to have Congo pack.
Where you are the endangered species. Do you... I'm going to have to order a Congo action figure online of him, and I want him to autograph it. That's what I want.
All right.
I think I could do it. So, yeah, get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. Go to their Facebook page, or go to the History of Bad Ideas, and we have all their updates. And we'll be playing trivia there, so be ready to get some great prizes. Number one fan Doug just delivered some more prizes for us.
Oh, boy.
They're actually really good. There's a miniature Greedo that's a soft one, like a little old Migo guy.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. So.
Oh, you know what? I did forget. There is another event coming up before the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Mm-hmm.
On August 17th, we're doing our Bowling for the Brave this year.
Oh, yes.
I do apologize for that because we have not promoted it as much because we've been gone a lot. So go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, so if you're in the greater Cincinnati area and you like to come out and bowl and help raise money for Bowling for the Brave, it's August 17th, then please do so and come out. Or if you just want to donate money, you can do that too. We're going to set that up as well. This year, our goal is to try and raise $20,000 in funds. Last year, we raised $18,000. So this is this is pretty big deal. And what we're doing this year is something a little different. Instead of donating it all to one source, it's going to stay here in the tri-state. We are teaming up with another nonprofit organization for for veterans benefits. And what we're going to be doing is helping specific veterans that are in dire needs and helping finance them out of situations with the donations that we raise here locally in Cincinnati.
It's a great day. It's at the Coleraine Bowl.
Yes, it's at the Coleraine Bowl
in Cincinnati.
Hobie is there. We are sponsoring Elaine again this year. We'll have her. By the way, I need my banner. We need the banner.
Oh, I'll get it.
Which originally came from
the Bowling for the Brave
a couple years ago when we first did it. So it is a really neat concept this year, as we do every year. What we do is we take nominations from people in Cincinnati for a veteran or a person or their hometown hero, and they nominate them, and we take the application and we pick the hero, and we secretly get them to the bowling alley, and we surprise them and honor them with background and a little video that we put together in collaboration with their family, friends, and loved ones. And so we get to honor them and them as like their own little special surprise, big fundraiser bash. And in addition to that, as we raise funds for our Bowling for the Brave, they also we get them this nice jersey that they get to wear, and they wear that Cincinnati Reds custom jersey to a Reds home game, and they get honored at the Cincinnati Reds game, free tickets and all that kind of fun stuff. And they'll zoom. You get to come up to the balcony there and wave to everybody, and everybody stands and cheers and roots you on.
We'll have go ahead and put something on our Facebook page too. Again,
yes. If you would like to read about it or to go see some old photos and videos, it's www.bowling4, the number 4, not FOR, for thebrave.org. And
you can donate there too.
Yes, we're setting it up. It's not set up yet, but we're going to set it up so you can donate through there. And if you go to the donors page, you can see how much money we've raised in the past 4 years. And I made this great little Pareto chart.
Ooh, you do love charts. You and your
I
damn
love
charts.
So, it's a bar graph and a line graph, combined. And you can see, each year we've been increasing our donations steadily. And over the past 4 years, we've actually raised over $53,000. And it's all gone back into the Cincinnati community to help veterans with special needs and all that kind of fun stuff. Well, not fun stuff, but, stuff.
It is a great cause.
Thank you.
Like I said, we enjoy it, going to it. Hobie has a lane, so
Yes.
come on down. You can bowl with us. If you do show up, we have had fans in the past show up. If you do, I'll buy you a beer.
You can come in. Well, the best part is...
Sweet, Jason's buying me a beer.
Not you.
Oh.
We'll
You're
have
chipping in too.
Yes, we'll have a corporate sponsored lane. So if you're in the Cincinnati area and you want a corporate sponsor lane, you can corporate sponsor lane through us as well. You can show up and bowl. I think it's like $25 ahead of time. And what the best part is you're there. We have gift baskets of all kinds of goodies, and we raffle off all kinds of fun things. And I believe our sponsors got to have Comic Expo passes there.
Yep.
That we
Cincinnati
can,
Comic Expo.
we can raffle off to people as well, along with split the pots and baskets. Now we had a winner last year.
Jeff.
I won 2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years.
Oh, it all mixes
Pam
together.
Morris won last
Pam,
year.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Sister Pam.
Yeah, Sister Pam won last year. Jeff won the year before. With the baskets and all that kind of fun stuff. And so all that money, literally, is like 99.9% goes to charity. So it is.
It's a good time.
It's a good time. It's a lot of fun. So come on out, and you get to eat all you can eat.
It's damn good food
all
too.
day.
It is damn good food.
Yes.
So my kids are there. You can bring your kids. So it's a good time. My kids will be there. I'll be there. So my wife. And you can yell at her and say, "Why the hell don't you like the Princess Bride?"
Yeah.
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 Can't rent here anymore.
Yeah.
Let's do some
Yeah.
box office news.
All right.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right. Well, we didn't really bomb too much because we had Spider-Man Far From Home do a ton of money. For the weekend, it made $94 million, but since, what was that, it's Wednesday opening, total of $186 million. So, yeah, within its first less than a week, it already made its budget back.
Yes.
Just domestically. So, go Spider-Man for an okay movie.
Fine
movie. Toy Story 4 made another $34.5 million, a total of $307 on a $200 million budget.
Pretty good for a fine movie.
All right. Yesterday made $11 million, a total of $37 million on a $26 million budget.
It's pretty good for that movie.
I kind of want to see it.
I was kind of surprised the budget was $26 million. Do you think $25 million of it was just the Beatles rights? The songs?
We discussed this last week. Yes. But the majority of the budget was probably I can't even say
the
that
rights?
word. Yes, getting the rights.
There you go.
Number 4, Annabelle Comes Home made another $10 million, a total of $50 on a $30 million budget.
Okay.
Yay!
Isn't that like the third Annabelle movie or something?
Yeah, it's part of the Conjuring universe.
Yeah, we talked about the apparently with Child's Play and Annabelle, they're just having killer dolls come out at you.
Like the Leprechaun movie.
Leprechaun.
I'm a leprechaun.
And in fifth, Aladdin made another $8 million, a total of $321 million on a $183 million budget.
I know you're going to be shocked by this, but my number one fan, Doug, saw this, and he said he liked it.
I am shocked. Shocked and surprised.
Shock and awe.
I'm not. I
So-
expect that from Doug.
Didn't get
It's
your
Disney.
opinion. What do you think about this being Will Smith's number one all-time movie?
Really?
Yeah, it kind of surprised me. I thought Independence Day would be. Or After Earth.
One of those two.
One of those two.
Well, the thing about Independence Day is that's 20-year-old
Yeah.
plus budget.
Welcome to Earth.
Or whatever. So
Do you think
it's not inflated or inflated for inflation?
Yeah.
No.
Do you think
Not
the
adjusted for inflation.
So you think his upcoming movie, Fresh Prince: The Return to Bel Air, won't gain as much?
It's a dark, gritty action drama. I like it.
Isn't he supposed to die in it?
Yeah.
I mean, spoilers.
Carlson takes over.
Ooh, Carlton takes over the world. Everyone must wear sweaters and sing Tom Jones.
It's
And
not
dance.
unusual to be loved by anyone. Hey, it's not unusual to be loved by me.
Upcoming July 12th of 2019, we have Stuber coming out.
I think I might go see that.
I think I'll probably wait till it comes out on video.
It looks. My wife and I may go out and see it. So
or streaming. I suppose I'll wait till it streams.
Looks
guess-
pretty funny.
it looks enjoyable.
It looks like it could be amusing. It looks better than the other one, Crawl.
Is this just alligators?
It looks like killer alligators in a flood. Again, it's one of those movies that if people stopped going to rescue the people, less people would die. The 2 people that didn't evacuate when they were supposed to would be the only ones that died, not the 12 people who went to rescue them.
I like during the last hurricane, the major hurricane this past year, or last year. The police were like, "Look, it's a dangerous area here in South Carolina. If you're still here, we're not going to you for 10 hours. So you're on your own, basically. Have a good day.
said,
We warned you. 2 days.
Evacuate. We might not be able to get to you for days.
Yeah, we're
So-
done. Have a good day.
You have been told. All right, we're buying and selling in the careers of. Today we only have one on the trading block. We've got Tom Holland at $196.47.
Pretty expensive. Who's comparable to him?
I don't know.
'Cause
No
that's
one
high,
is.
isn't it?
Chris Evans.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Evans, I think, was 170.
Didn't Chris Pratt get over 200 or something when we did the? Probably not now. He isn't. but
Pratt's still pretty much up there because he's got Jurassic Park coming out again.
again.
Third one.
But yeah, I think that's a little too much for Tom Holland, in my opinion.
Yeah, also.
I think he's great as Spider-Man, and he's probably good in other things, but that's just too much money.
Well, based
for
upon
anybody.
your riveting review of, Far From Home,
Hey, I said Tom Holland was great in it.
Yeah,
though. He was the best part as
Yes.
his Peter Parker.
but when you get into these roles, though, can he get into something else? I think it'll take a while. So go ahead and sell now.
Yeah.
And then when he goes down, buy low.
Exactly. Buy him back up when he earns it.
Yeah.
Not
America.
just being in a Marvel movie, but earns it.
America.
Just being a superhero.
All
Like
right.
going to children's hospitals and
He does.
making differences in people's lives,
Cool. Well, I think it's now we're going on to our top 5 list.
Top 5. Top 5 was brought up because of last week's conversation about basketball and the timeout and how you get the ball at the half court now.
Yeah.
So we did top 5 worst rules in sports.
Oh, let me pull my list up here.
Terrible. Blake, what's your number 5?
That's just terrible. Number 5 I have on my list, cricket.
All the rules of cricket?
Just cricket.
Well, it only takes 6 days to finish a game.
I think it's a game invented by insane people.
I don't disagree with you on that one.
Nikki, tell us why we're wrong.
Yes. Jeff, what's your number 5?
Let's see. My number 5 is any sport that uses artistic merit to judge who wins.
That's going to be my number 4 we'll get to.
Okay.
Not artistic, but...
But
okay,
well,
never mind.
like figure skating,
Ribbon.
Rhythmic gymnastics. Like when the judge says, "Oh, that looked beautiful," I will vote higher for that than, "Oh, well, that person actually is better."
Synchronized swimming.
Synchronized swimming. I mean, like figure skating. Like I remember, like during the '90s, Surya Bonali from France was like by far the best athlete, but she just wasn't the cute little white girl that spun gracefully. But I mean, she was by far the better athlete of all the figure skaters.
I like watching you get upset about figure skating.
Well, it's like everyone's making a big deal. It's like, oh, she looked cute. That's why she won. She won because she looked cute.
I'm telling you, if they put a hockey player on the ice during the performance and they had to do that while avoiding getting body checked,
They did that in the cutting. I think they did that in Cutting Edge. Let's see. My number 5. Jeff will appreciate this. Rollerball. The movie. The whole sport is pointless. Just the whole point.
Well, yeah, it kind of is. It's
I
not
hate
a real
those fucking
sport.
rules of rollerball. Fuck that movie. We actually have my son walking down now. Come on over. We have something for you here. We're going to keep recording here. Let's see. We got something for you and your mother. Say hi.
Hi.
Your dad wants to see how you like these cookies.
So you got to try. I know it's tough. You got to try that one. And then you got to try this one. We got the moon and the peanut butter. So go. You can try them and then let us know which one's best. Okay. So good job. It's a big test. Plus, I figured you needed cookies before bed. Anyway.
Everyone needs a bedtime cookie.
Also, what are you doing on September 21st weekend?
He's going to Cincinnati Comic Expo. Right. Okay, so my number 4 is scoring in boxing. It's the most pointless thing ever.
And most controversial, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
especially Olympic boxing.
Oh, yeah. Well, when
Olympic
it's
boxing-
obvious that the judges can be bought.
Oh, my gosh. It's
that's
horrible.
And especially nowadays because they have the sensors in the boxing gloves that, if they connect it
So
or
you could
not.
just tap.
Yeah.
And it's not like a hit.
Well,
Correct, but still.
although boxing in general would make my list.
I like boxing. So I know, and we always argue about this, but it's true. I hate the scoring in boxing because it is very, suspect. So
There's a-
Suspect.
I agree with that. Just little tapping things like fencing. My biggest gripe about fencing is how quick is like score. I mean, it should be one hit and you're done.
yeah,
Because, you one hit and you're ran through and you lose.
we watched that. Actually, my oldest son and I watched that a couple weeks ago, and it was like, oh, well, that was quick. Okay, 2 seconds, done.
Yeah, exactly. And,
like,
and it's
oh.
over again. And start
Yeah.
again. And start again. And
Do
start
it
again.
again.
And start again. It's going to, it's 21-3.
We also watched
All right, whatever.
competitive rock climbing. Have you ever seen that?
I didn't know it was that competitive.
Yes.
Is that where two people
The
are
rock
on,
wall, not
on
actual
similar
climbing.
walls?
Safety harnessed or free?
Well, is this when they're racing up walls? Like they got two identical walls and they're
That is one of the
up?
competitions, but then there's also who can get the highest on this fake rock wall. And it's boring to watch.
I think I might have seen some of that.
It's pretty boring
in
to
the
watch.
past.
Okay, so which one is your favorite? Okay, that's the chocolate peanut butter one. So go ahead and say it. Chocolate peanut butter?
Chocolate peanut butter pie.
Okay, that's the best one? Okay. We just had to get another outsider's opinion. Okay, now take these up to your mother, but don't eat those beforehand, because I'll be texting her making sure she got something.
She knows she's getting 2 cookies exactly.
And ask her why she doesn't like the Princess Bride. Anyways.
Tell her to take her to Comic Expo.
So there you go.
September 21st. Yeah,
20th. 21st. 22nd.
Saturday.
Jeff, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is like outdated rules where we've come so far as society that these rules don't need to be there anymore.
Okay.
Like signing a golf card. When like everybody, you got television cameras showing everybody scoring, or everybody, your scores are being tracked on this giant board that everyone can see. But if some idiot makes a mistake and you accidentally sign your opponent's wrong golf card, you're kicked out and then you lose. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Things like that, and with the technology we have these days, like in football. Like, do we really need to bring out the chains to measure a football when, computer video would be more accurate than somebody who's holding a fucking chain anyway.
How about duels? Can we still keep duels? Because I love those.
Duels.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. I just heard in Canada they're allowing duels now.
Yeah, but that's with syrup. They throw syrup cans bottles at each other.
I thought it was who drank the syrup faster.
Maybe that too. What's that old boot?
But yeah, just like rules that, are outdated.
Yeah.
Signing your golf card. I don't even like golf. And that's a stupid rule.
Have you seen Holy Moly?
No.
It's like Wipeout mixed with putt-putt.
Oh, yeah, you're telling me about it.
It's really fun. My daughter can't get enough of it. It's really funny. Go ahead, Blake, what's number 4?
I just wanted to put this in here because all the contact sports, this really annoys me. And it's not like there's a rule that's stupid. I think it's a rule that's missing because I'm tired of flopping.
Oh,
like
yeah.
all the contact sports should have flopping fouls and rules.
Yes.
The fact that they don't is
some do.
Horrible.
They try to cut down on NBA a little bit.
Oh, NBA might be the worst. I mean, soccer was the worst, but now if they really think you're total flopping, you can get carded for it.
Yeah.
So
and Neymar didn't get carded.
Well,
he flopped the entire World Cup.
Well,
he's like a dead fish.
They probably should have been carding him.
Should have, yeah.
He was a
right,
better
man.
actor than the other people.
I agree.
What's number 3?
All right, my number 3, since we're talking about flopping, obviously it makes you think about not Hobie Awards, but soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Just the whole sport of soccer?
Yeah, well, no, not the whole sport of soccer. What I'm talking about is the clock. You know what irritates the shit out of me?
I didn't even think of that.
The
but
extra time?
Well, there's two
Counts
things
up.
that irritate the shit out of me. It counts upwards instead of counting down. And the other thing
They
is...
don't pause the clock.
They don't
for
stop the
stoppage.
clock. And if they stop the clock, then there wouldn't be all this flopping bullshit, excessive celebration.
They add an approximate amount of time at the end.
Approximate amount of time. Yeah, exactly.
We get approximately 5 minutes left in the game.
Have a 2 to 3 minute celebration, or some jackass will swat the ball out of a guy's hands.
I actually don't mind that they don't stop the clock. I think football would be better for it.
Oh, I disagree.
I disagree. That's un-American.
It is. Well, that and now this isn't even rules of the game necessarily, but the culture of it is they always put the home team first.
I know, that
in
kills
soccer
me.
games.
It kills me.
And every other North American sport puts visitors first, then home team.
Correct.
But soccer doesn't. And
That's right.
annoys me and confuses me.
I blame the British.
I do blame the British. And you can catch us on nerdly.co.uk.
Good day, Governor.
Hello, wankers.
Tiki cunt.
Well, what's your number 3? Queens. What's number 3, Jeff?
Let's see. My number 3 is the new blocking the plate rule in baseball.
Oh,
Player safety.
that was a hard hit this week between Anaheim and Houston.
And I see a lot of people blaming the runner from Houston, saying it was his fault.
He did kind of go over to the side to hit him.
He went to try to go around him, and then the catcher moved. The catcher was blocking the plate, and then moved after the guy tried to go around the catcher, and they both moved in the same direction. So there was a collision.
We're going to agree, disagree.
No, we're not. I'll stand here and argue it the whole time. I watched
Jeff,
that play so
what
many
happens
times.
when you and I argue?
I win.
And I don't care.
Yes.
Are we going to keep arguing about this? Yeah, I don't care. Anyways, good for you. No, my thought was I don't have a problem with the collisions at the plate.
I don't either.
Because you know what?
If you don't want to have a collision, then get out of the way.
They are I used to be a catcher for 8 years. My oldest son, is a catcher. And I'm telling you, they're the only ones with equipment on the field.
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with it. Now, I'm not saying spear yourself out their heads, but if you're going to make a play, you're trying to knock that ball away. I have no issue with that. When you do a hard slide into second, it's the same exact thing. You're trying to break up the double player and make him drop it.
Now, Grant, I don't have a problem necessarily with the rule about they made it more strict about sliding into second.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they enforce it a little too strictly.
I don't know if I see it enough.
It happened right away once they made the rule. It happened a lot, but more recently, it's not as bad, but that's the Chase Utley rule, I suppose.
As opposed to the Buster Posey rule with catching.
But the problem was, like say with the Chase Utley rule was he went after the fielder.
Correct.
Instead of trying to get to the base.
Jose Bautista tried to go after the fielder too when he went second, and he got the shit beat out of him. And you know what? Like I said,
who was it that Albert Bell just completely
decimated?
Shoulder knocked right down to his...
He was an Indian at the time, Cleveland Indian. Still nothing's better than Robin Ventura going after Nolan Ryan and getting halfway there and going, fuck, I'm screwed.
Nolan Ryan just getting him in a headlock and pounding him on
Yes.
Badass.
No, the whole catcher thing I agree with. I hate that rule because I don't mind the collisions at the plate.
Yeah.
You are there. It doesn't happen often. And I don't think there's ever a clear definition of it. I know there is, but it really doesn't seem like the umpires know.
And that's the thing is when they go to check the replay, and I mean it's like, oh look, are they getting out measuring sticks to say, oh, he's kind of in the way?
Well, then you're also looking at
and...
then you have the downside of what's their intention, the guy's intention. Well, you can't do that on a replay. You can't see what their intention is. On
they do it in football all the time.
I agree, and I hate that. My number 3. Considering baseball, DH rule in baseball. I don't care if we're going to do a DH, but can you make it even? Or if we're just going to have pitcher's bat, which I kind of like the pitcher's batting.
Wait, what?
In baseball.
But what do you mean by make it even?
American League and National League should both have DH rule.
Oh, no.
Or, no, timeout, or both should have a pitcher bat.
I mean, I think the DH, I have DH rule as my number 1.
Okay.
Because I don't like the DH.
I don't care which one it is. I just want one of them.
But I would rather have it split than have DH in the National League.
I love having the pitcher bat because I like seeing that. What are you going to do when that guy comes up to bat? Blah, blah. I like that part. The DH rule is weird to me. But if you're going to do it, I'd rather have one unified thing. But then it is kind of unique.
I mean, I like the fact that they're different leagues with different rules. I don't have a problem with that. I wish they'd get away with interleague play again, go back to the way it used to be.
I agree.
It's not going to happen. I realize that, but don't fuck with my National League rules.
So when Tampa is playing half their games in Tampa and half the games in Montreal, do they switch the DH rule?
That's bullshit.
Well, no, Montreal would not. They would not become a National League.
I think they should.
They should switch leagues
when they're in
and throw them in the division temporarily, just to fuck it off.
I think that's a great idea. Well,
I mean, seriously, if you're going to take a fucking net ball, a national, a major league baseball team, and make them play it in a city
2,000 miles away,
2,000 miles north.
Just put a team in Montreal. They're going to do it.
You know what would really suck is for the players who sign contracts
to live in Florida,
to play in Florida with no income tax.
Yeah, now
then
to
go up to Canada with
pay all
their
those socialist bullshit taxes.
Hey!
But at least they get cheap medication.
That only helps if you're on medication.
Well, you know how they do roofies up there.
Well, it's September 30th. Tampa Bay is 12 games out of first place in the AL East. Good news is they're in Montreal this month, so they're now in first place, 3 games up in the NL East. So congratulations,
they're ahead of the Braves.
You made the playoffs. What?
Until next week, you're eliminated.
Sorry. I think they should just do each week. Just go fly back and forth. Let's do it that way. Number 2 for me is baseball managers wearing uniforms. I fucking hate that. Why are they wearing uniforms?
Why not?
Well, it started because the managers were the players.
I know.
Yeah,
and anyone on the field had to be in uniform.
And it's just as bad.
Exactly. And most of those managers are old retired players anyway.
If you're going to do it, then I want football coaches to wear their equipment.
Have to buy a new suit. I mean, come on, man. It's a perfect job.
And that was the other thing.
Well, I want football players to look, or football managers to at least look good, not this sloppy cutoff shit that
just because Belichick looks like the Sith.
Yeah, he can do what he wants.
You're not allowed to wear a nice suit and tie like
the San Francisco coach, Nolan.
Okay, I was going to go back to Dallas's old coach,
Landry.
Tom Landry.
You're not allowed to look professional like Tom Landry, but you can look like Bill Belichick.
That's the thing I don't like. Yeah, I don't like that either.
Like a hobo.
Yeah,
we cut off sleeves on a hoodie.
So yeah, I hate baseball managers wearing uniforms. I hate it so much. Jeff, what's your number 2?
My
Don
number
Zimmer should not be wearing a uniform at 90. Sorry.
you kind of got a point on that one.
Why not a cute old
This
man?
one is
Come on.
in bowling. It was a rule that I didn't even know existed until I was bowling in a league.
Oh, no.
But there's a rule that you cannot switch what hand you bowl with once you start. If you're
The whole
bowling-
game?
The whole league. If you bowl right-handed, you cannot throw a ball with your left hand during that league.
Because it messes up everybody's handicap or something?
I don't know why. Because somebody who couldn't throw the ball right-handed and left-handed felt like he was out of his depth, so passed a rule. I don't know. But, yeah, we had somebody in the league that we were bowling in, and I was the, Grand Poobah or whatever of the league.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want a president, so we voted a Grand Poobah. Oh, no, wait, I was the bowling czar. Somebody else was the Grand Poobah before me. That's what it was. But
do they have jesters?
Sure.
No, but the story better have a good ending.
It doesn't. But somebody in the league, like who was bowling left-handed, hurt his arm, and said something like, "Oh, he's going to have to miss several weeks because he's out with an injury or whatever," and said something about, "Well, yeah, I know you can throw right-handed and he's like, "Well, the rules don't let me do that." I'm like, "What rules? I'm in charge of this league. I don't have any rules that say that."
That was a good story.
You know, in
I'm
this
not
day,
done with my story.
in this,
I'm gonna keep going
in this
on.
day and age, can we stop discriminating against ambidextrous people in bowling leagues?
Exactly. And I mean, and for that matter, it goes to in baseball. You know, there's people who can throw both righty and lefty, and now they make rules that you have to tell the batter which way you're going to pitch before the batter even comes to the plate.
It's very anti-Jim Abbott.
And you can't switch.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm like,
keep switching, switch.
So I should be able to throw whatever hand I want to at any time.
I love that you're this much adamant about bowling and figure skating. What's your number 2, Blake?
I'm still adamant about soccer.
Well, that's dear God.
Or European football. I hate PKs. I hate PKs, especially when you end an entire match on PKs. I say, and they're worried about player safety, fine. I say, remove all your starters and put all the players in that hadn't played yet and let them battle it out for the next 30 minutes. So at the end of regulation, you go through like, all right, I'll give you a 15-minute extra period. Then after that, the next 15-minute period, you got to put in all your bench players and take off all the starters and keep going.
What if people are hurt?
You cart them off.
But I'm just saying you're hurt. Your bench players
then
are
you're
hurt.
to play down.
Okay.
Then you're going to play down. Oh, that's my other rule. Oh, why don't you remove some players from the field? There you go.
Yeah, every 4 minutes, somebody else has
Somebody's
to
got to
come
come
off
off. Exactly.
So by the end of the game, it's one-on-one. That's
Goalie
how
against-
soccer should be played.
Goalie against goalie, kicking the ball back and forth. Punting back and forth. Then I hate PKs because, this is bullshit. Yeah, I will say Rapinoe did have a good World Cup, and she did get the golden boot. But here's how I have a problem with this. She got the golden boot because of all her PKs that she got to take for the ladies' national team. But PKs should not count for golden boots. That's my other thing with PKs. Because if you miss a PK or the goalie blocks your PK, it's 99% your fault.
Oh yeah, you should. It should be counted at least 3 times. Like every one you miss, you need 3 makes to make up for it.
Yeah.
Wish I could.
Oh, by PK he means penalty kick. If no one figured that out, because you never actually said penalty kick.
Wish I could really care about this.
What I mean
You're
is,
the one that said you loved watching the World Cup.
No, what I mean is PK is penalty kick.
I don't want to hear Blake talk about soccer or anybody talk
penalty
about it.
kick.
I could go back to talking about bowling.
They have their own version of a Hobie Floppy for the best player that scores the most goals. That's called the Golden Boot.
I'll just show
It's gold.
Show some more chest hair over there. What's your number 1?
All right. Speaking of number 1, speaking of overtimes, NFL overtime. It sucks. Can I just say it just sucks? Play the whole 15 minutes,
Yes.
man. And if you're winning at the end, you win. If you're losing at the end, you lose. If you're tied at the end,
you tie.
All right, now you're fucking tied.
I didn't know you could end in a tie.
Thanks, Donovan McNabb.
What's your number?
So I was about to say, do you think they should do sudden death in soccer? as part of
Like a duel? I'm down for that. Have the two best guys get guns, and they do a duel. I like sudden death. Do it.
Yes, you know what sudden death means. I don't think I need to
Yes, you die
explain-
instantly from a gunshot. I like duels.
Because you said you don't like the penalty kicks. What about first goal wins in a period?
Golden goal.
Yeah,
You can do that. Sure.
Okay, but you don't want it in football.
Oh, we are still kind of brainstorming here. So
Okay.
that's fine. But no, I don't want that in my American football. I want a full 15 minutes of more manly.
Not even
American
12
football.
minutes since didn't they lower it to 12 minutes like a couple years ago, the overtime?
No, I don't know. I thought it was 15.
I think they lowered it.
Soccer talk.
Which is why it seems like we had a couple of more. We're talking football now, you idiot.
Talking American football, you jackass.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got bored. I zoned out.
Like we had a bunch of ties. Hell, it was your Browns that were tying last year. I think
Exactly.
It was 'cause
crazy.
they had less time in overtime.
Yeah.
Do you like the college version?
I hate
No,
the
it's
college
horrible.
version.
That's even what I should. That I'm going to Hobie it. I'm going to put NFL overtime and college football overtime.
I think they should do it. Well, Tom Brady had 82 touchdowns today. Because why? You're on the 20.
Yeah, exactly. It's 7,000 yards of offense.
I always like when they do, well, this college quarterback had 12 touchdowns today. Those don't count. 6 of them were in overtime.
Yeah. And if you're in overtime, you can't take a point after kick. You got to go for 2.
There you go.
Jeff, what's your number one?
My number one is the DH.
My number one is the catch rule in the NFL. I don't know what it is anymore. I don't know what a fucking catch is in the NFL.
I don't think the NFL knows what a catch is either.
You know how you can guarantee they'll call it a catch? Hold on to the fucking ball.
There you go. Yeah.
If you don't drop the ball, then there's no
Then
debate.
there's no problem. Yeah, that will solve it right there.
Exactly. Des Bryant, it doesn't matter if he would have held on to the ball.
Correct.
You got a lot of anger
but that is
towards
kind of
skating.
discriminatory against receivers because running backs, all they have to do is put the ball over the plane and then they can drop it.
But they have to have control of the ball when it crosses the plane, though.
Yeah, well, technically, when he first catches the ball, he's got control of it. Now, when you fall down and jump up and drop the ball,
Anyways,
I'm so confused.
Honorable mention, anyone?
The honorable mention
I
I
got
have is
honorable
not
mentions.
necessarily the rule, but the lack of enforcing the rule. In the NBA, the traveling and or palming.
I thought about that
Oh
too.
my God, this is so horrible.
I mean,
Especially when you see the replays like Steph Curry taking 5 steps to the side.
It's like I understand, these guys are big and strong and fast, but you can pretty much, you should be able to at least count. Okay, he's not dribbling the ball now.
Exactly.
That's 4 steps. I think that should be like he didn't dribble the ball within the 3-point arc, yet he still was able to get a dunk.
Yeah.
I know he's tall, but he doesn't have that long of a stride that he can do that in 1 step.
I had the thing that Jim said last week, the timeouts. You
I've
should
got
not
that
have
written down,
Yeah,
yeah.
you should not have 7 timeouts in basketball or whatever it is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, my two basketball things. The NBA is yes, I agree with that. The timeout with the half court that Jim talked about last week.
Yeah,
and the collegiate possession arrow. Still away with it. Make them jump, man.
I like that too. Well, and you know what?
Well, they have the possession arrow everywhere now, don't they? That's in the NBA
too.
What?
Yeah.
Damn it!
I think
No. I was talking about this at work today when we were discussing this top 10, and I'm like, I remember in grade school, halfway through grade school, we started using the possession arrow.
Yeah.
Like as 4th graders and 5th graders, we were doing jump balls, but in like 6th grade, they started with possession arrow. And as someone who never won a jump ball, thought that was one of the stupidest things I've ever heard.
I did, and you know what? Substitutions in basketball. You know what? Make it like the hockey. If you have the possession,
Live
of
action
the ball,
substitution.
yeah, you come
Yeah.
in.
Screw this check in and check out thing.
Because you're not going to abuse it to the point because you're going to still have your best 5 guys out there most of the time. And if they need a rest, have them go out and come back in.
I'm fine with a substitution at a stoppage of the play.
Yeah, I like that. Well, you can do it at stoppage.
I think you should be able to do it live action.
But I like the live action.
I think
you
that'd
know
be
what?
cool.
There's so much stoppage in play at basketball. You can do it anyway.
Yeah,
I mean,
and the other complaining about the rules. All the fouling that they're allowed to do at the end of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I think they need to prove to me that their foul was not an intentional foul and they were actually going for the ball.
Go straight for
if you just grab the guy from behind, that should be an intentional foul.
Intentional.
Hey, guys! I'm trying to foul him. The reason you're fouling him is to foul him, not to steal the ball.
Correct.
If you're trying to steal the ball, okay, and you fouled him.
Yeah, at least hack it better.
Yeah, at least do better acting.
So,
like the floppers in soccer.
If you stop the clock, a lot of that would go away too.
Anyways, we had some listener feedback.
Quidditch.
Heno.
Oh, every rule of Quidditch. I didn't think of Quidditch.
That's right.
We're not talking about fake sports.
Rollerball.
Yeah, yes.
Heno. Pinch hitter. The pinch runner. The fair catch. 30-yard kickoff rule, and any rule protecting the quarterback. If you can't run or hit, you shouldn't be playing football. It should be freaking. You shouldn't be playing, and football should be freaking scary, is what he says.
See, I thought he was going for a humor thing. You said pinch runner, pinch hitter, then I was like, what? Ass pinching? Pinch asser?
Yes. No.
Bleep me, Heno.
From Pittsburgh Nerd, icing in hockey, baseball managers in uniforms. There you go, Sean. The one shell rule for helmets in the NFL, the 1 foot down in college football, and the DH in baseball.
I agree with the 1 foot down.
Yeah, make it 2 feet.
I'm not
make
against
it tough. 2 feet or
icing,
one butt or one hand.
But I don't like. I suppose they just
Automatic.
went to the automatic icing.
Yeah,
one knee.
I mean, there is a point for icing, and I understand it.
Yeah.
I mean, you just.
But I hate the automatic. From Stork, Episodic Geek. DH in MLB, baseball. No hitting in football. NASCAR even existing. That's for Kevin at Cincy Explorer. Good call. NCAA conferences not geographically based. And every major sport not expanding their field dimensions to make up for today's athletes, including hoop height in the NBA, net size in the NHL, etc.
Size of the puck?
The puck should get bigger, huh?
Yeah.
That would be
slow it
awesome.
down.
Kevin at Cincy Explorer response, number 5. NFL,
And the goalie needs a smaller mitt.
Just put the walrus in from the commercial.
You know what? The goalie should have a regular stick. Fuck this extra wide stick shit.
You know what? I also don't like rules that change depending on, the position you play. You get different rules.
Yeah.
Like everybody on the field should play under the same rules.
Yeah, the
That's
catcher
right.
should get no equipment.
Exactly. No, everyone should be allowed to have equipment if they wish.
John Oru did at first.
He did.
I used to play with a guy that played first base with a helmet. Ricky
that
Anderson,
was
that's me.
That was me, Ricky. I played with you in New York and Seattle and Toronto.
No, Kevin had lead driver controls the restart at NASCAR.
I don't even know what that means.
What the hell is that?
NFL overtime. Enough said. Good job. MLB All-Star Game winner gets World Series home field advantage.
They got rid of that.
That's bullshit.
Did they?
3 years ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they don't.
See, I didn't know that.
I didn't
the
know that.
All-Star game's tonight, and I had no clue. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
it's fucking
no, they got
worthless,
they got
man.
rid of that.
Replaying all sports. And
No, I disagree with that.
NFL limiting TD celebrations.
Who cares?
Like-
Yeah, who cares if they want to celebrate? Let them
Me,
have
I
fun.
care. I don't want them to have fun. Fuck them.
Doctor number
my
1.
fun.
Doctor number 1 says, refs not constantly counting to 10 when guys are out of the wrestling ring. Good call. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
That brings me to the time when you have a falls count anywhere match, but then you stop counting because the guy's leg is under the rope. and then the guy somebody else ends up winning when he's pinned down backstage.
Well, maybe they should get smarter refs.
Maybe they should.
NCAA allowing some schools to pay athletes. Why does Arizona's Sean Miller still have a job? Number 1, making all of the cars the same in NASCAR. It's racing, but you're not allowed to go as fast as you can. It's communism. Everyone has to be equal.
Actually, they have to keep a limit on that, or else the cars are going to fly off the track.
Well, yeah, but they are trying to make all the cars the same.
Yeah, I agree.
They're limiting
I
your
say
car because the other guy's car is good enough.
Make it a better Chevy, Ford, Toyota competition, and make it a better team competition between the teams. What can you do to squeak out that extra RPM?
And find a way to make it not boring.
Yeah.
Meow.
You know, let them have more fist fights after the race.
Was that a cat driving?
Yep.
Meow.
Meow.
Turn left.
Meow.
Turn left. Turn left. Turn left.
Turn right.
left.
Turn right.
Oh, it's Formula One.
No,
That's Formula One.
Oh.
I'm the Human Torch now.
No, that's part of the thing about Formula One too. Is like what they should give you. It used to be, and Ferrari got so good at it, they were just dominating everybody because they're throwing all this money at it. So the Formula One has actually diminished because they're making everybody exactly the same instead of giving you parameters. Like you can have your car weight between this and this. You can have your this or this. You know, now everything's got to be exactly the same, and it's fucking boring.
I mean, even Forged in Fire gives you parameters for your blades.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be between 11 and 13 inches.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said.
Not saying it's got to be exactly 12.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Bad idea of the week. Number 521, rollerball.
Out of all the bad ideas we mentioned, you keep rollerball.
Thanks everybody for listening. We'll be back next week. And Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Eddie.
Addendum.
Ready?
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh, I didn't know we were
recording when
recording.
you yelled Hetty.
Eddie.
I counted down.
I had 3.
I had 3.
I have. It's a tugboat.
It's a tugboat.
Slipping and a sliding. It's fine.
It's fine.
I like that. It's fine.
I had turn left. I had tugboat. And I had the man from Nantucket.
Kevin Spacey and the man from Nantucket.
No.
I think people will know which man from Nantucket that we're talking about.
Nantucket's tough to spell.
No, it isn't. It's spelled like it's pronounced.
NATKV2 Vi.
Yeah.
Not
That's right, yeah.
Is there a niner in there?
T. So which one are we doing?
I don't care.
Blake, you pick.
The man from Nantucket.
It's fine.
A tugboat. It's fine. What else did you have?
I didn't
Slipping in a sliding.
I didn't like that one
Yeah,
anymore.
no, it's not. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Blake was slipping and sliding with somebody. Elizabeth Banks.
Oh.
I do like the tugboat. But I like the man from
Or
Nantucket.
you can go with no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
So the man from Nantucket it
The
is.
man from
Good
Nantucket
talk.
wins.
Change approved.
Bing.
You've been listening to Hobie.